with the new rotation of the codex, which seems to be the same, although there are actually 2 new fights on Forerunner, which should be coming next time Mortal Codex is on its way, but I'll go over that in a different video. The bosses, from what I see, look really cool, but from what I know about Global is that it's going to stay pretty much exactly the same, unfortunately. And I will make a video on how I hate the new codex changes. I really don't like it. But for this video, I'm just going to show you guys how I do my Conqueror run. Obviously, it's not perfect. It's nowhere near perfect. It's only top 10%, top 9%, whatever. I can't get S plus yet, but if I time things a bit better, I think I could, but my gear isn't great, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, as you can see, this is my team. I am running Cerberus and Aatrox, which I know a lot of people probably don't have Cerberus. His A1 does not matter, but I do have him A1. But anyways, I am running those two for the death damage. I'm running Volca purely for her Nightmare boosting, and I also have her in an big set. I'll go over it later. And I'm using Arrogance, and Abomination is the MVP of this run. I don't really follow basketball, but I know some of the terminology, and Abomination is putting on LeBron numbers right there. That's a lot of damage to say the least. He's definitely my carry, and the GOAT of this run. He is free. He's a permanent fusion. You might not have him yet, but we all will have him eventually. But anyways, let's go over the gear. I will also keep you guys with me when I'm swapping my gear around, just because I think it might be helpful for anyone who wants to know, but skip ahead to my actual run if you're kind of bored of it. Raptors has random set. He's not going to be the main damage, he's there for the Lord bonus and a little bit of AoE damage. Abomination is not skilled up very much past the skill dust, and I'm going to be putting Silas gear on him. I think Infernal Roar is the best for him, but I don't know. And I'm also going to be putting this attack on, because Silas is running 2 crit damage, and these enemies have a lot of defense. So when there's enemies with a lot of defense, you want to have more attack. So I would recommend a lot more attack than crit damage, but these stats are really good. That's for sure. And also, I forgot about the artifact. I'm running Eye of Sin. I don't know if Eye of Sin is best, but it is what I'm running. And then I have Arrogance in my second DPS set. He's going to be like the second or third highest DPS character just because he's very strong. But if you have Ardea, if you have Valkyrie, if you have any piercing long range characters, Cyrus is good too. Those are better than Arrogance, but I don't have either. Or I don't have any of the options. He has Wailing Skull. I don't know if Wailing Skull is best, but I just like having it on, partially for Guild Boss. Volca does have Invig. I will be giving Abomination Invig. But if you have her actually leveled, she's not leveled for me, she will do damage. I think if I were to level her to actually do some damage, I would probably be able to hit S+. I know S+ is not the craziest thing ever, but whatever. This is purely for the base stats. It doesn't matter. And then Aatrox. For Aatrox, when I did my run, I swapped his gear with Hex. Because Hex has my best base stats, roughly, I would say. And I am running, or I usually run Lunacy Visor on him. But this is recommended if you could make him live for a little bit longer. But I think I might actually go Flux Pendant. I didn't do this in my run. I think for my run, I accidentally didn't have an artifact on him. So, yeah. Also, his A5 is very good. His A5 will do a lot for him, but I don't have his A5. I've only pulled 3 of him ever. But anyways, Cerberus, I put my my Boreas gear on Cerberus, if I can find him. I really like this gear swap feature. It's a great feature. I really like it. For Cerberus, if you have a maxed plus 25 Lunacy Visor, and you have like Constance, who I think is one of the few things that can heal him, along with this artifact, you can actually keep Cerberus alive for basically the entire fight, and he'll just be doing constant damage. That's how those top teams you see have like 500 million damage Cerberuses. He's not skilled at all. If he was skilled, he would do a bit more. He's A1, but A1 doesn't do jack in this fight. His other awakenings are more important, but that's about it. That's what I did. And yeah, let's get into this. I did do kind of a what I do sort of thing a while ago, but it's kind of outdated and no one really watched it because it was a little low effort. But anyways, so I like to do these two in these spots, followed by Volca, and then Arrogance, so that I get the full Nightmare bonus, and Abomination gets Invigoration. And Abomination is just going to be there, and he's going to hit all the way down both tiles because of his ultimate, which is permanent after the second activation, which is really nice. I usually place Abomination a bit earlier. I mean, not Abomination, Cerberus a bit earlier, so that he starts taking more damage, because I want him to die earlier so that I can get his ultimate off for the second placement. So basically I want him to revive earlier. For Cerberus, you always want to have his ult off when he dies. That's why I'm not using it yet. As you see, he's healing as well. But I'm going to pop it because it gives him almost double damage during it. And that counts to his death damage. So I'm going to pop it. He's going to die. And you see these insane numbers from Cerberus. That's a lot of damage. 120,000 per proc is a lot. But anyways, we're just going to keep going. Arrogance does this thing in the back. These two are holding down the line. And Volka's also here for her passive, which makes all ground units, or maybe all units, heal when they deal damage, which is really nice. So I'm going to put her down so that Abomination could heal a little bit. We have Aatrox die. Aatrox is going to do a bit of damage. Hopefully he does enough. I'm going to put him down again because Aatrox revive time is very fast. And we're hoping to get Cerberus back soon. We do want to place him early so that he can actually get his ultimate up. If you haven't built tankier or built better, you might be able to place him later, which I think would increase my damage by quite a bit, but I can't, so I'm going to be spamming this. He's going to die in a second. Boom. But as you see, he's going to clear the entire wave basically by himself because he's just so strong when he dies. And I'm going to keep placing Aatrox whenever he comes up. Aatrox does have a shorter revive time, that's why I waited a little bit. But it extends after every death, so that's why I waited to place him down. But as you can see, we're doing a lot of damage, but the enemies are starting to get a bit too tanky for me. And we will be losing. Hopefully we can get a good score though. I would like to get... Okay, that's a new score. I'm happy with that. It's not quite S+, but every time I do this, I get closer and closer. Maybe if there's an XP event, sometime soon I might level my Volca, and my Volca should be able to bring me up a little bit. But as you can see, for some reason Abomination did not do as much as he did before. I'm not sure why. But that still is an insane amount of damage. Cerberus, because of that ultimate use, did a ton of damage. Arrogance does his own thing. Aatrox is there for a bit of a boost, and Wrath is just mostly there for the Lord bonus and a bit of extra damage. Volca is there for her passive and to strengthen the Nightmare members. She doesn't actually discount the, or not discount, she doesn't actually lower the revival times of Cerberus or Aatrox, unfortunately, but it's not a big deal. Anyways, that's a new high score. I'm very happy with that. I think Abomination did less damage because Cerberus did all the damage instead. I died around the same area, but Cerberus ult I think negated some of Abomination's damage. That's why it's not as high. But Abomination is definitely my MVP for this fight. He's insane. I love Abomination. He's so fun to use. But yeah. Anyways, expect maybe opinionated vid on why I don't really like the new way they're doing codex pretty soon. I do like that there's more rewards in here that are actually interesting, like stamina, but none of us are really going to be able to get very many of them, unfortunately. But that's for a different video. Anyways, hopefully this helped, and just reminded you guys that Abomination is really good for that stage if you don't have the better options. Better options being, of course, A lot of the teams like to use things like Ardea. Ardea is probably one of the best. Cerberus is one of the best too, especially if you can keep him alive for a long time. But I can't. Uridin is pretty good. Thalin I think is decent. He should have piercing damage. I'm not sure. Estrid is really good. There's this YouTube channel called Shamir's Chosen, who's run by a mod in the Discord, and he did a video with Estrid, and Estrid did like 90 million for him. Estrid seems very good. Gon is very good if you have a chaotic team. Cyrus does a lot of damage. Torador I think is okay. Constance does really good because of her heals and her invigoration. She's like a mini Dolores, but for ground. Brokira is in one of the top teams. I have genuinely no clue why. And then that's about it. Yeah, those are like the main guys. Obviously Aatrox, like I mentioned. Scorch might be okay. I know Iron is terrible. Just stuff like that. Just tinker around, do your best. Oh, and also Valk is amazing for that stage. But anyways, that's about it. I hope this helped anyone, and hope you all have a great rest of your day, night, whenever it is. Bye bye.